Hey Mom, today's devotional is for Saturday, February 13th, 2021. Today I just want to share the devotional that I had for the day and read directly from the devotional book because it really um, stuck out to me as something that I'm definitely guilty of and just wanted to share with you and see if it might resonate with you as well. So we're going to be looking in Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verses 6 through 9. I'm there, but I'll give you a moment. Ecclesiastes, which is after Proverbs, actually. Had to look, I couldn't recall right off. Um, Chapter 6, verses 6 through 9. It says, even if he, meaning a man that it's talking about earlier in the chapter, so even if a man lives 1,000 years twice over, but fails to enjoy his prosperity, do not all go to the same place? All men's efforts are for his mouth, yet his appetite is never satisfied. What advantage has a wise man over a fool? What does a poor man gain by knowing how to conduct himself before others? Better what the eye sees than the roving of the appetite. This too is meaningless, a chasing after the wind. So the title of this is called Enjoy the Journey. And here's what this one says. I was listening to Oprah the other day on my way to Michigan, and they had a guy on who has a doctorate in happiness. Who knew? Anyway, he was talking about a concept called destination addiction. Wow, did that sound familiar? Oprah's makeup artist came on then and talked about how for years and years he wanted a house of his own. Really wanted that house. He imagined the parties he and his partner would have there and how happy they would be. People would tell him, "Oh, you have a lovely apartment. If you get a house, you'll want to fill it up with furniture, and you'll have all the obligations that come with a house." But he insisted, "No, I'm okay with the furniture I have. I just want a house. A lovely little house." Finally, he got that house. And what's the first thing that crept into his head? "Oh, this house isn't put together quite right. I need some new furniture for this wonderful new house." Once he had the furniture and everything just so, his partner of several years, stressed out by the burdens and obligations of being a homeowner, chose to leave the relationship. And here was Oprah's makeup artist with the house he'd always wanted and the furniture he thought would be beautiful in that home, all ready to have that party. But he was sadly alone, lonely, and just wishing for his apartment, his old furniture, and his old life. Why do I tell this story? Does this mean we should give up altogether and accept the status quo? Of course not. Goals are good things to have. Can you imagine the Israelites still in slavery just saying, "Well, that's that. No use in thinking there's something better out there"? But it does mean that we should be grateful for that bird in the hand and realize the blessings we have all around us today. Getting that new house won't make us happier. Getting a new job or a promotion or new furniture won't make everything better. Letting myself become addicted to the next thing and the next, each time lying myself into believing that then everything will be better. It's just that, lying. The only thing that can make me happier is God, and with God's help, me. Even the Israelites in their time in the narrow places still loved each other and loved God, and did what they could to make that what they had the best they could make it, all the while believing in a goal greater than themselves. So I'm going to be grateful for the bird in my hand today and bring God into the planning and goal setting for the next steps in my life, that I may move from being addicted to the next destination and enjoy the journey God has set out for me. I chose truth because I am so big on planning and thinking about plans going correctly, and I do. It's not always just. I do worry about things like about a job situation. Like when I've previously been at the end or near a grant or this situation coming out or thinking about what would be nice to have next. So that part stuck out to me. But what really stuck out to me is that always thinking about these goals and always feeling like I have to know what's going to happen next. And knowing doesn't leave much room for faith. And I'll be praying and trying to use faith to have the certainty in a next step instead of a gratefulness and being okay with the journey. Kind of using the previous story, maybe realizing that this isn't the final destination, and maybe none of it is a final destination for the journey of our lives. There's many plans in life that have not gone the way that I thought, but things have ended up pretty good. I definitely didn't think the PhD program would end the way that it did, but I'm actually still getting to work, probably more so than the actual professors do in research, making a good salary, doing things that I enjoy. So that worked out. That's one of many, many examples of some things that bothered me for a really long time. And so I'm not sure if this is something that is a struggle for you or not, but just wanted to share with you because this definitely resonated with me. And whatever the case may be, I know that there's many things to be grateful for, including you. And so I hope that you can rely on that gratefulness and get something out of this, and hope you have a great day.